Okay. So which is most important among these three? Source control. We can install various instruments to control the air pollutant within the source. So today we will discuss some more about that mainly pollutant means it contains both particulate matter as well as gaseous pollutants. So first we have to learn or we have to know how what are the instruments that can be control the particulate matter, particularly dust. And dust, the size of the dust and the volume of the pollutant and the place where the pollutant can be generated, these are the different factors that can be determine whether the instrument can be which instrument can be installed or how much the capacity the instrument can be installed, all these things. So last class we have discussed about gravity separator, then cyclone separator. There are different types of plate separators are there. Today we will discuss about the bag filter and electrostatic precipitator. So in the industry, a bag filter is the common filter for the particular matter and which is more effective as compared to the venturi scrubber, there will cyclone separator and the gravity settling chamber. Or in case of bag filter, there is a membrane or filter which is in form of bag. The small bag are installed in the bag filter, or and the gaseous laden air, there is pollutant laden air is passed through this bag filter in between, so the dust particle can be separate and clean air can be moved. Let's see the how what are the different types of bag filters are there, what is the mechanism behind the bag filter. Okay, let's share me the PPT. Okay, is it visible now? Okay. So dust collector means bag filter is the mainly about dust collector, which is fitted with a non-woven fabric filter that is called bag filter. Here, this type of figures in the slides you have seen in various industry, and this inside actually this is the outer shape or outer case of the bag filter, not it is the bag filter. Actually, bag filter is kept inside. There are numerous numbers of bag filters are there that can be arranged in this cage of the casing of the steel casing. Okay. So bag filter is made up of non-woven fabric, non-woven fabric and woven fabric. What is the difference? Woven fabric means the fabric which are used to make our clothes. These are called woven fabric. Means small threads are there, and to arrange the small threads to become a large cloth, and that is called thread, woven fabric. But here non-woven fabric is used. Non-woven fabric means small glass fiber is there, and small seeds, asbestos seeds are there, small there are different types of fiber that can be placed to compact or to form a compact cloth, that is called non-woven fabric or non-woven cloth. This type of different material can be used as a bag filter because it having the more life self life as well as the resistance to the dust and the gaseous pollutant. That's a non-woven fabric is used. And second type of filter and pulse jet filter are the two main category. There are two types of bag filter are there. One is called sacking type and another is called jet bag filter. Means in this case what happened, in this big size there are small bags are hanging inside this bag filter, and the gas which is passed not from the top, the gas can be entered from the downside, and while moving to the upside the dust particles are just filtered by the fabric and the clean air can be goes outside, offside. So this uh, dust particle that stick to the bag filter, that means stick to the fabric or the cloths of the bag filter, that has to be removed time to time. So sacking bag filter means there is a mechanical arrangement where periodically there is a sacking or mechanical sacking to remove the dust particles that are attached to the cloths. And the jet type bag filter means there is a pneumatic air pressure time to time in periodically it can just pulse of air, it can move, generate a one pulse of air to discharge the dust and collect the dust in the hopper, and time to time we have to discharge the dust particle which will be collected below this bag filter. So sacking belt feeder are suggested, but lesser dust concentration area and dry and coarse particle. If the dust particle size is larger, then these sacking bag filters are suggested. Or bag cleaning is done manually or mechanical sacking with the help of the motor. If there are some mechanical arrangement, as I have said, mechanical arrangement may be there. Otherwise, you have to go and apply some labor there to shake the back filter periodically. That means mechanically or manually you can clean the back filter regularly. Unit filters are available in various size, and in the due to in industry what happened, depending on the dust which can be produced at that time or where with the back filter installed, according to that those various numbers of bag and numbers of units are there. See here is the one unit, two unit, three unit. If there is more dust particles are there, and the instrument where dust is generated is large, volume of the gaseous pollutant is large, then they have to install more number of bag filters units. According to that you have to arrange your cleaning unit also. These suggested filter heavy dust concentration and high filtration velocity and constant level of resistance. Where there is a heavy dust concentration on means the large number of dust is produced in a single point, that you can install the bag filter there. But if the volume of the air is more but the dust particle are less, then this bag filter cannot be used there. So available single stage, two stage, twin stage cleaning mechanism. There are single stage, the second, third stage cleaning mechanism are there. Capacity of available from 200 meter cube per hour to volume more than 300 thousands of meter cube per hour. Depending on the size, we have to arrange or we have to design the back filter according to the your requirement. The quantity of the outlet emission to be even less, up to 50 milligram per meter cube, as regulated by Pollution Control Board. In our where the according to the National Ambient Air Quality Index, the Central Pollution Board, which have prescribed up to 50 milligram per meter cube, that is the regulated pollution control standard. If there is more than that, you can install the back filter. This is mandatory for the installation of back filter. Uh, what are the features, main features? This bag filter is used for removal of particles of size less than 10 microns. See, the gravity link settling chamber and all the cyclone separator, all are used up to 10 to more than 50 microns. But here the bag filter having the highest capacity to reduce or remove the dust particle, and if the particle size is suspended less than 10 micron, then it have mostly effective. It is reliable, efficient and particulate removal for the use. They are arranged in an enclosed bag house. These units are called bag house. Digital unit, inside the unit there is small bag house are there, where the size of the bag is 120 to 400 in diameter and 2 to 10 meter as long. Means there are these are the dimension of the bag which can be used. The outlet ends of bags are open alternately to attach the manifold. That means the end of the in this hopper, the above area is the area for the bag, and this hopper is the area for the dust collection and periodically when you remove the dust or manually the outlet, and the gas flow into the bags are leaves through the outlet pipe, and when it is the inlet pipe is somewhere where else, and the upper side there is a where there somewhere there is a outlet of gas there where clean gas can be removed. See here the what is the advantage? Particles of even 0.002 microns can be effectively removed. See what are the maximum, this back filter having maximum capacity to remove the suspended particle. No other instrument can remove like that. Means dry, in dry state, the dust particle dry state even it removes 0.02 microns, because here non-woven and specialized fabric are used for the separation of dust particle, and the dust disposal also is very effective manner. You can just dispose the dust which is collected in the hopper of the back filter can be used in a recycle or different way, or very effectively you can remove the dust. If suppose you are using wet separator means you are sprinkling water, then what happen, the dust particle may stick to the wall, corrode may take place, all different various issue may be there. But here there is no such type of issue, and the maintenance cost and the all other cleaning costs, these are very much efficient in case of back filter. And this is a simple theory. This back filter can be operates only there is a mechanical checking or periodically removal of dust is necessary for that. What are the disadvantages? High pressure drop and high maintenance cost. High pressure drop means if the air is moving a certain velocity, then it can, due to the fabric used in the back filter, the air which is cannot be passed effectively through the fabric because of the dust particles. If one layer of dust attaches outside the fabric, then if you are applying the mechanical sucker or the a jet of air, because of that sometimes it cannot be clean purely 100%, so there is maybe clogging of the pores inside the bag can take place. So due to that the air pressure drops severely, and the chances of the bursting of the bags are very much high. If the bag are burst, then the maintenance cost is high, because there are serial numbers or more numbers of bag inside the bag filter. If there is one bag is burst, then what happens, it can contaminate all these things. Again you have to or remove, clean, and again you have to manage that, and the cost of the bag filter is high. What is the, due to the pressure drop, the maintenance cost is high. Clogging of filter takes place and require frequent cleaning, that a mechanical checking or jet, that is if that is not working, then you have may be a great problem for that. Filter work up to moderate temperature. If the outlet temperature of the pollutant gas is more, then this fabric cannot be resist up to high temperature. Only for certain temperature this back filter works. There are some disadvantages for that. Filtration among the most reliable, this is already have clear. And then the classification. Let's go for classification of back filters. First back filter is fabric or cloth, where normally this type of back filter is generally used by various industry. Mainly most of the industry use this fabric or cloth back filter are there. Maybe non-woven fabric. Fabric means non-woven fabric. Such type of filters represent various fabric bag arrangement and capable of high dust loading, more than 1 gram per meter cube. See, more than 1 gram of meter cube is the highest dust loading, means the fabric having highest dust loading capacity at that fabric type of. Second is in-depth or bed filter is there. That means it represents the various array of paper like mat, and occasionally it a deep packed bed. Packed bed are also applied when particulate concentration is much less, and deep packed bed are applied. See here in previous type of bag filter where fabric cloths are there. What happens? These fabric cloths are like that. Like this is the fabric bag filter where there is a bag like this. Okay, the dust particles are moved in this way, and the dust are shaken here outside and collected below this, and the clean gas is moved upside. This is fabric bag filter. And where there is a bed filter, there are some layers of this fabric are placed one by one. Here, this type of bag filter also there, where the gas is passing through this upside down, where the dust particles are collected downside and the clean air is go upside. If the dust load and are very much higher, then you can use this bag filter, and if the dust is less, then we can use a bed filter. That's called bed filter. Then again, fabric bag filter are employed to control emission involving absorptive or irritating chemical, dust, exhaust from the electric furnace, oil, fire, boiler, all these things, steel making. These are the used where bag filter can be used, where there is a abrasive or irritating chemical, mainly huge dust exhaust from a single point source where means you have to remove the dust from that single point source, then mainly bag filters are used. What is the principle for the use of bag filter? Filtration is the main principle. Filtration means there is a permeable membrane where you can pass through the gas or liquid, and clean gas is passed through the filter or membrane. This is the main filtration unit or the cloths. That can be small pores are there where the clean gas passed and the dust particles are collected here. This is the main principle behind the bag filter. Because of the pores are small, if the pressure, some pressure are dropped inside the air. Pressure drop means is great velocity is moving the air, then by the clogging of the pores or so what happen, the pressure of the air can be dropped in this membrane, so decreases the velocity. If the velocity v1, here the velocity v2 of the gas, then v1 is always greater than v2. So dust operation undertaking higher proper filtration. So periodically you have to clean the dust from the pores, and this is done by mechanical shaker or the jet airflow. Bag filter most commonly used in the shape of a long cylinder. I have said this is a bag filter are used as a cylindrical house. So one bag, there are so many bag filter are arranged in a array of one case, that is called bag house. This is called bag house. This array of bag filters are placed inside the bag house, and the bottom is called hopper, and the air enters the bottom and flow through the bags, and the clean air can be passed up to this. And the bag diameters, this is a different diameters are there. Length to diameter ratio should be equally 20. The others are different parameters that can be maintained to effectively remove of the dust from the bag filter. Bags in the bag's house were skewed and trapped, which is fastened to hardener at the top and the each bag. That means when they are in bag house, what happened? This bag house, the all bag units that are tightly tightened so as to the press. When the pressure drops occur, the bag must be in a good condition or may not be displaced from the unit. So this hanger is used for the attached shaker mechanism, and also this attachment is used as a shaker mechanism, and there is a mechanical shaker attached here to just shake this bag filter simultaneously or for all bags house in the same time. Large bag house are built with several compartments. Means there are several bag house are there, because in single bag house there are so many bags are there, and if all bags are placed in a single bag house, then there is a problem for mechanical shaking as well as problem for cleaning. The cleaning of bag, that is the important factors which can be maintained periodically. If cleaning is not done properly, then the maintenance cost high. That's why we have to separate all. Means instead of using big bag house, we have to separate small bag house, and that's why you can easily keep maintenance, and the usually can shake or separate the dust from that bags. And the bags should be rearranged within each compartment in a such way that they utilize the space effectively and provide access to individual bag replacement. If what happens sometimes, due to their pressure drop and the attachment of the small particles in the bags, sometimes even whatever it may be you take care, some bags may be burst, and the maintenance while doing the maintenance, you cannot just stop full back filter or full unit. That's why small unit are attached, because you can just stop one unit and all other unit may be operating at that time, and you can just remove one back and replace the new one. That's why the small unit are arranged in a different ways for the easy maintenance and for continuous operation. See, this is the internal diagram for the bag filter, where this is the way where the dust laden gas can be enter, and this is this hanging type of bags are arranged here, and the gas can be passed through the enters to the bag, and dust are collected through the these hoppers. And these are the arrangement, mechanical arrangement, which can be connect all the bags in the series, as well as you can be shaking by this periodically by mechanical shaker. If your the bag are shaking in means after every 1 minute or every 2 minutes, the bag are shaking by mechanical shaker, or just spraying some pneumatic airs, what happens, the dust or particles are collected downside of the hopper. Here this is another view, that is the dust can be discharged from here, and the dust laden particles are enters here, and this is a different bag filters. After that the clean gas will be collected here, and this can be in this way, this gas can be out. Here the pulse jet cleaning system is arranged in this case. Pulse jet means this is a cylinder, uh, that is a pneumatic air will be attached, and there is a sensor attached here. After every 1 minute or 2 minutes, there is a, you can just shake or release some air into that. If the air is released, then the air can pass through the every that connected parts, and just shaking this bag filter to discharge the dust. This is most important. If this is not working, then your bag filter or bag house maintenance cost will be very high. So cleaning is essential. Whenever pressure drops or filter reaches and pressure or valve, the length of the cleaning cycle, that is time period between the start and the one cleaning process. That means this is the most important part, cleaning, and you have to regularly check the pressure drop. If the pressure drop increases very much or decreases, that means there is some problem inside the back filter. So regularly we have to monitor the pressure drop as well as the cleaning system. These are the most important thing for the back filter, and these back filters are very much efficient for the dry dust collection up to 0.02. This is important point, up to 0.02 micron and less than 10 micron you can collect the dust. Okay, next come to electrostatic precipitator. Electrostatic precipitator, what happen, this is also a mechanism for collection dust particle, but in this case, small difference is there. If the dust particles are charged particle, then it cannot be just by removing the back filter cannot remove those particle due to the particular charge particle. So, what are the features of electrostatic precipitator? These are mainly used in case of thermal power plant for cleaning of the coal combustion of after combustion of the coal. What happens? These different types that cold ashes are there which can be charged particles, and that can be removed with the help of effective electrostatic precipitator. What are the features? Widely popular in the removal of the very small particular size matter. This is also same as like a back filter. Polluted gas is passed between the two electrode as shown. Here what happened in this case, there are electrodes are placed inside the bag house, like in the bag house or small units are their house, same as like bag filter. Here not bag are there, here only there are these electrodes are plates, the some plates are hanging. In case of bag filter, the bags are hanging, here the electrode plates are hanging, and where there is a alternatively positively and negatively charge are supplied, and this is the cross sectional view and this is the transactional view. When the dirty gas is passed between the plates, what happened, the dust particles that are charged and attract the negatively or oppositely charged. If the dust particle is positively charged, then it attracts towards negatively charged, and the dust particle is negatively charged, then it attracts positively charged plate, where the dust particle can stick to the plates, and the clean gas can be passed through the plates between the plates. So The difference between bag filter and electrostatic pettimeter is, in bag filter there is bag are there, in electrostatic pettimeter there is a hanging electrode plates are there where the gas can be passed. See here the cross sectional view, the electrode plates having plus sign or minus sign. If the gaseous particles is plus sign, then it attract the minus sign plate. If the gaseous particle negatively sign, then it attracts positively sign plates and stick to the plates and clean gas can be passed. Then here the question arises, if the plates is sticked all the gas dust particles, then how those dust particle can be fall down to the hopper? Here what happen? After some times in like back filter there is a stream of jet or some mechanical shaking is there. Here what happen? After some time some, here you have to just change the potential. If his plate is positively signed, then just change for 1 second or 2 second negatively potential, and if it is positively, then change it to negatively. Alternatively, what happen? You have to change the potential of the plate. That's why the dust attached here are fall within that hopper. If the negatively charged voltage and the positively charged, that I have said already, higher potential difference is, this is the important. What is the potential difference of the two plates? 25 to 100 kilovolt, depending on the size of the plate, size of the electricity distributor, and what is the volume of the gas we have to treat it. These are the main factors. And because of high potential difference, a powerful ionizing field is formed in between plate. In between plate there is a ionizing field is formed, and the particular attract toward the different electrodes. What are the advantages? Higher collecting efficiency up to 99%. Higher efficiency. Very small particle here, 0.01 micron are also removed. In back filter the small size is 0.02. So this electrostatic precipitator having higher efficiency than also back filter, and can handle large volume of temperature. But in case of back filter you cannot handle the with the large matlab, means there is a temperature, more temperature up to, you cannot go for the back filter. You just install the electrostatic precipitator. So in case of thermal power plant, the exhaust or the polluted gas having higher temperature and small particles, that's why this ESP is mainly installed in the power plant. And the treatment time is 0 to 1 second. Treatment time means the cleaning gas and the raw volume of the polluted gas and pass through the plate. This time taken is of taking 0 1 to 10 seconds, means very small fraction of time the gas can be cleaned. That means ESP having of highest efficiency among all the mechanism already we have. But what are the disadvantages? In case of advantages, it is having higher efficiency, low time required, and it can handle higher temperature. So what are the efficiency? What are the disadvantages? It having high initial cost for installing the ESP. You require high amount of money to invest. So if this is the, if there is no some regulatory authority, you the industry they cannot install the ESP, because there is a huge amount of money is needed for the installation of ESP. Skill manpower also there too for maintenance of the this operation and maintenance of ESP. There are separate units are there, separate manpowers are there. You have to take care of this back filter. This maintenance cost, operation cost is high. Power consumption is more, as you have there is a potential different, you have to apply 25 to 100 kilovolt. So then the electricity and the power consumption needed, and this way it's required high energy and high maintenance operation cost also. Safety aspect, due to high voltage and locks into, and as it current pass through the plates, you have to take care and save for the safety angle of view. You have to also take care of this ESP. So there are some higher advantages, then there is also some disadvantages also there. But if where there is a necessary to install the ESP, then you have to just ignoring the higher cost or all these things, you have to just install this for the good quality of air. You have to release the environment whenever it is necessary is there. So up to this, the way means dry dust collectors are mainly just what are the dry dust collector? First is called what do you call it? The gravity settling chamber. Second is called cyclone separator. Third is called bag filter, and fourth is called electrostatic precipitator. These are the main four type of category to collecting dry dust or dry particulate matter. Then when come to wet dust collector, here I am not going telling about the gaseous pollutant. I am just talking about the particulate matter, not gaseous pollutant. Treatment of gaseous pollutant, that is different. Absorption, all these things we have to learn again, that is. But here we have to come to collect the means particulate matter of, that is for dry collector and wet collector. For particulate matter, what are the wet collector? Different. The initial type of wet collector is called scrubber. What is scrubber? That is called cyclone scrubber or centrifugal scrubber. Scrubber means what happened? Where water spray are included in the variety of way to particulate are just collected and improvement of the centrifugal action. What happened in the cyclone separator? Only the designing of the cyclone separator is such a way that the air can be bombarded with the wall of the cyclone separator and just fall down the particular meter, fall down into the below of the hopper. But here in scrubber, here also this cyclone type of air is can be passed, but in between here the water jet can be sprayed to just weight the dust or particulate matter that can be present. The main difference between the cyclone separator and cyclone scrubber, this is the important question in exam. You have to write what is the difference between cyclone separator and cyclone scrubber. Cyclone separator is a dry method of collection of particulate matter, but cyclone scrubber is the wet method of particulate matter. Here separator, the gaseous or wet the dirty gas is passed offside, and it can be moves downward, and moves also the clean gas also moves upside. But in case of cyclone scrubber, the dirty gas is passed from downside, and in the middle of the there is a rod where the water jet can be sprayed and the air pass to the offside, moving the offside. So here effective removal is 1 to 2 micron. This size matters. Okay, what is the size of the effective removal of the size? In back filter is up to 10 micron to 0.02 micron. In ESP it up to 0.01 micron. But here what is the size of the cyclone scrubber? That is 1 to 2 micron. And effectively, what is the efficiency? 90 to 98% efficiency for 5 to 50 microns. If the microns is below 5 microns, then the efficiency may drops. What are the advantages? The installation cost is low, initial cost is low, higher efficiency for small particles. But in cyclone separator there is a lower efficiency, but in cyclone scrubber the efficiency is compared to high as compared to cyclone separator. No particulate reinterment. That means the particular particles are never exit from this clean gas. Means there is a clean gas, maximum type clean gas can be comes out from the dirty gas. All maximum particulates are can be collected in the downside hopper. It can be removed particulate and gas simultaneously. As we have studied in the absorption, the gaseous pollutants are also present in the dirty gas. So here the gaseous pollutants as well as both the dust particles both are trapped in the water droplets and fall in down the uh, hopper. What are the disadvantages? Waste disposal problem. If the water droplets are attached to the dust particle, so what happens? This is the sticking, and when the hopper is sticked, how you have to remove this dust particles, the wet dust particles, the muddy like particle. That is the main problem. The disposal is main problem. Dry, in case of dry, you automatically just shake, you can be removed. But is wet, the disposal of part is the main problem. Higher power consumption, so higher efficiency. Higher it means it requires higher power as compared to the others. Next type of separator is called Venturi scrubber. Venturi scrubber means it has operates the principle of creating large surface contact between the gas and liquid system. As we have studied in absorption of the gaseous particles, what happened? If there is a contact surface is high, then the absorption is more. Like here, the system can be used in such a way that the contact between the gaseous particles, or that is a particulate matter as well gaseous particle to the liquid, that can be spray. That is means the only difference is the type of the instrument. The designing of instrument is different. Here the liquid stream by atomize the liquid stream means the liquid stream is sprinkled in a such way that the very small minute liquids jet spread are there. But in case of this cyclone scrubber, only normal jet spray is there. But in case of venturi scrubber, the particle liquid particle that in spraying, that is very minute in size. So higher pressure drops increases particulate correction efficiency from the some sub-micron particle size. That means as compared to the this cyclone scrubber, this venturi scrubber the efficiency is more because the particulate are more having more surface area contact area to attach and get to the down. Since these are designed without moving parts by long term or long services, here there is no moving part is there. See here, in case of there is a middle, there is spraying and moving parts is there, but here there is no moving part. Only the spraying mechanism is there, but inside there is no moving part. That's why it having higher efficiency and higher low cost. Then a Venturi collector find the best league of the foundries, dryers, kilns, chemicals. These are the where Venturi scrubbers are installed. These are the different places where Venturi scrubbers are installed. In case of foundries, steel foundries are there. There are different dryers, kilns, chemical factories, all boilers, insulator where these Venturi scrubbers are mostly effective. Next, spray tower. This is the common type of spray tower you already discussed in the previous class, where there are some water spray are there. The water spray are sprinkled and the gas, dirty gas is passed through below the tower, and just normal gas is passed upper of this. This is called spray tower, normal spray tower. We do not go details on it. Then wet scrubber. Wet scrubber, what happen? There are different types of scrubber. One is particulate scrubber. All the scrubber droplets and scrubbing media are formed generally much larger than the particle to be collected. Here, what happened? If the particle, dust particle that is collected, which are having contact with the liquid that are being and forming a large group of means large number of size particles, and that can be removed from the hoppers. Small particular size are means these are different small particular size come contact to the liquid and forming a large particle size, and the larger particle size are go down to the scrub down to the hopper and it can be collected. So the means the exist of the particular matter that can be minimized. The most cases scrubbing media is water. Mostly water is sprayed, but sometimes there are different substances or the different types of scrubbing media also used. Scrubbing media means the sprinkle. What are the solvent that can be sprinkled to the suspended particulate matter to the collect the dust particle. Different type of scrubbing device input different meaning of forming water droplets. I mean how you have to uh, form the water droplet, very small size or large size, depending upon the volume and depending upon the designing. This scrubbing or forming water droplet mechanism is differ. All cases, cleaning mechanism involves attachment of particulate droplets, and the droplets are collected drained to the dome. Means there is a always there is a hopper below this, and there is a valve, and here you can collect the particulate matter. But in case of weight collector, what happened? This valve cannot operate singly and the collect. So what happened here? There is a series of screw is there. When there is a mechanism is there where the weight dust are ejected from the downside automatically. So there is a different mechanism. Scrubber in common use. Where the scrubber are common use? Spray tower, spray chamber, centrifugal cyclone scrubber, orifice or self-included spray tower, venturi scrubber. We already discussed about spray tower, centrifugal cyclone scrubber, and venturi scrubber. And what is orifice self-included spray tower? There's a different mechanism where the uh, inlet of the gas is very small. If the inlet of the gas is very small, what happens? The pressure is increases, and with this pressure, what happens? The dust particles are come contact with the liquid, and easily with minimum time that can be collected in the hopper. Let's come to one another. Spray tower, the scrubbing liquid, usually water, particulate matter are removable. Here, water sprinkle the spray tower. Particulate means water. Water is the main spraying for the spray tower, where there are different nozzles are there, and top of the spray tower. Here, this is spray tower. This this is spray tower. Different nozzles are pressed in the different times, means different places of the spray tower to just spray the water inside, and the gases are passed from the bottom to up. Here, the bottom chamber flow upwards and countering the droplets, and the droplets remove the particles by scrubbing action. Scrubbing action means the contact of the particulate matter to the water, that is called scrubbing action, and the resulting slurry is from the collected the bottom. When the water is down, from forming contact with the particulate matter, then they form a slurry type of dust that can be uh, collected at the downside. These are the spray tower where the particles are, the spray nozzles are upside here, and the gases, dust air is passed here, and this, after spraying this, these dust particles are come contact with this particulate matter, and below, the particulate matter are collected, and the clean gas is passed over here. What are the cost for the air pollution system? Guttu? Now we have to learn the different types of dust collector or air pollution control system are installed according to the requirement. But these are the cost is also main important factor how you can install the system. So the cost of air pollution control system depends on the volume of the gas, how much volume you have to handle, efficiency desire, and the material used, and the nature of the component. These are the different parameters which can you can design the different air pollution control system. Means if there is small particles are there, that is 0. Up to 0.02, you can use bag filter, or you can use ESP. If the temperature is very high, you can use electrostatic precipitator. So like that, if there are, what is the efficiency desire, that means if the control, what is the control, or what is the limit to the or discharge the dust particles to atmosphere, which places your industry is located, all parameters are taken care, and you have to design your air pollution control system such a way to looking the cost. Let's say, let's look what are the different cost. Cyclone separator, the cost is 1 to 3 lakhs. Higher efficiency cyclone, that is 3 to 5 lakhs. What is the difference of high efficiency cyclone and cyclone? Cyclone is the single big cyclone separator, and high efficiency cyclone is the, there are a arrays of small cyclone separator in a series, connected to series, that is called high efficiency cyclone separator. That means small cyclone separator are connected one another in a series. The cost is increased. Then multi cyclone, that is again more increased. Normal bag filter, that is 2.5 2 to 5 lakhs. Bag filter with good quality bag fiber. The bag fiber or the non-fabric clothes, that is the quality, that is the most important factor in the bag filter. So the according to the bag fabric used, the steel cages and all these frames are the same, but depending on the bag what you are used, that also increase the cost. See, bag fiberglass bag filter are the most costly. If you are use fiberglass or asbestos bag filter, then it is more costly, and it also having, according to the having the their shelf life, and thus efficiency also is increased. What is the cost of scrubber? 5 to 25 lakhs. ESP, see, ESP also very much high cost for installing ESP. Uh, See the boundary layer condition for control equipment given in the below. Boundary layer condition mean what are the different types of equipment, what are the equipment, minimum particle size, maximum loading, what are the different parameter for the different air pollution control used. Here for dry collector settling chamber there is minimum particle size is 50 and the maximum loading capacity is this 12,000 milligram per meter cube. These are the particle size and this is the loading capacity. Then what is the space required? The large space required. That means scrubbing chamber having low efficiency because the if particle size is more, then we have to use this one. Baffle chamber also, these are the medium size is reduced and both particle size and this required volume that is increased. Likewise, for wet scrubber, what are the minimum size, what is the minimum loading capacity, and what are the space, and what are the typical gas velocity, all important information are present in the table. See here, fabric filter having size 0.02 and the minimum loading is 200, 250 and what the size is very large. These are the different parameters. You can go through it. So next we have to go. This is up to this. The dry and wet mechanism is used for only gas. For what? For gas pollutant having particulate matter in it. Okay. For particulate matter only this gas, this wet collector and dry collector are used. But in case of gaseous pollutant already we have used, we have studies previous class, that is there are two methods are there. One is called absorption and one is called adsorption method. We already discussed about that, but there is a third method called combustion process is there. Combustion means Combustion means just you have to burn out that gaseous pollutant. If some gaseous pollutants having like if there is the pollutant is carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, or some hydrocarbons are there, you have to just ignite that and you just burn out at the chimney. Let's see what are the different types. First, absorption tower. Absorption tower mean absorption tower mean meaning what is the absorption? Absorption means gas, gas pollutant plus water or solvent. We kept to solvent, not water. This is solvent. Is some liquid solvent is gas plus liquid. If the gas is come contact with the pollutant gas, it is pollutant gas which contact with the liquid, then it is called absorption. And what is absorption? Gas is come contact with solid bed. This is called adsorption. There are also different types. There is chemical absorption, physical absorption. We have studied in the last class. And what are adsorption, adsorption tower? Adsorption and absorption towers may be either spray type and packed bed type. It is also we have studied in previous class. There is spray towers and there is a packed bed towers. Here the packing material is used, whether the alumina, the silica, and the activated carbons are used. They are enclosed tower with inlet and outlet. All are enclosed tower. Only there is inlet is there and one outlet is there. The polluted gas is made come contact with the spray and scrubbing liquid. Here the gas pollutant gas is come contact with this liquid that is sprayed, where it is depends on the contact time and the contact surface area. If the contact surface area is more, then the adsorption capacity of the gas on that liquid is more. The liquid absorb one more gaseous pollutant from the polluted gases. Let's say the liquid, the gaseous pollutant not having single type of gaseous pollutant, it contains sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfide, hydrogen sulfide, all these gas pollutant. So the liquid that used here, it may be attract or may be absorb one single pollutant or may be multiple pollutant. So we have to choose the solvent in a such a way that we have to liquid such a way that the maximum pollutant gases that can be absorbed in that liquid. So our efficiency of get clean gas, efficiency to remove the gaseous pollutant, that may be increases. That how which liquid we have to use in the spray tower or in the absorption media, that depends how the gaseous pollutant can absorb at that liquid. So the process efficiency depends amount of the surface area, that I have already discussed. What are the surface area, how it is affected. Gas and liquid, the surface area is more, then the absorption is more. Next is contact time, how much the gaseous particles are can contact with the liquid phase. Next is concentration of absorbing medium, how much, what is the concentration of pollutant, particular pollutant gas that can be stay in the gaseous pollutant or pollutant gas. If the less volume of the pollutant gas or lesser is the carbon dioxide or sulfur dioxide, all these gaseous pollutant, then there is no need of excess liquids or excess solvent to use for the removal of the gaseous pollutant. Next, rate of reaction between the liquid and gases. If there is contact time is also okay, surface area is also okay, and the concentration is also more. Then if the gaseous, we have choose the gaseous and the liquid surface, means what the choose the liquid such that it cannot react or cannot absorb, it having does not having the capacity to absorb the gas, then what happened, our whole waste the time waste, the money waste, all they are waste. So we have to choose according to our requirement, and this depending the efficiency of uh, the liquid that can be used. So for different gaseous pollutant, these are the adsorbent that can be used, and these are the adsorbent that can be used. See here, for SO2, sulfur dioxide, water, and calcium hydroxide, these are two types of adsorbent or liquid substance that can be used in the spray tower or the scrubber. Or for this is for absorbent, and in case of adsorbent, that means packed tower. In packed tower, what is the material used? Aluminum oxide or sodium oxide. These are the combination of aluminum oxide, sodium oxide. This can be used for the SO2 absorption. A- for hydrogen sulfide absorption, NaOH solution or soda ash is used, or here in adsorption, so iron oxide is used. You have to remember what are the material used for which type of pollutant. This is maybe come in your exam. uh, Oxide of nitrogen means NOx, NOx. For NOx, water, aqueous NHO3, urea, these are the different adsorbent used, and the silica gel is used for packed tower. Hydrogen fluoride, HF. This HF is the most reactive chemicals among all of the had acids. All acids, from all acids is a very dangerous acids, and that can be present as a gas form also. So here water and NaOH is used to neutralize or to the collection of the removal of the HF. There is some, this HF is not released in all cases or all industry. Some industries are releasing HF, that includes aluminum smelter. Aluminum smelter, the HF is released, not in this steel plant. Nitrogen gas, H2SO4 use, chlorine NaOH is, phenol, chlorine is. These are the not important. You have to just remember H2SO2, NO2, and HF and H2O. These first four you have to remember what type of adsorbent and what types of adsorbent are used. For organic vapor activated carbon is used. Organic vapor means there are some organic hydrocarbon compound that present in vapor form, like while incomplete combustion, like what happens, CO, CH4. These are organic compound. These organic compounds are maybe present in complete combustion, due to incomplete combustion, and these organic vapors are adsorbed by the activated carbon, and there is no liquid spray or no absorbent for that. See here, this is a diagram where you can just see how these liquids inlets are there. You already discussed this in the absorption, and this is a packed tower. This is absorption and this is adsorption. Here the packed tower is there, and so the gas can be come contact with the tower, and the removal of the pollutant, gaseous pollutant takes place. Here also there is some plates towers is there in different plates. What happened, the air and liquid droplets comes out and the gas are big due to this higher efficiency maintained because of the due to the highest contact time and the contact surface, it having higher contact surface. So this is the how these different tray are used. This is the cross sectional view of that. Okay. So lastly, the gaseous pollutant that also remove from the gaseous laden gas that can be called as combustion process. Combustion means if the incomplete combustion takes place in the plants or in the industry, so at the upper part means while discharging the gaseous pollutant, we have to just burn out, and because while burning out the hydrocarbon, actually if complete combustion takes place then only carbon dioxide can be released, and the carbon dioxide is not a pollutant gas. Remember here carbon dioxide is not a pollutant gas. What is pollutant gas? Pollutant gas is sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, all other pollutant are the pollutant gas, but carbon dioxide is not a pollutant gas. Remember, due why? Because carbon dioxide can be neutralized and it is necessary for plant to survive there and to photosynthesis of the process, because organism or plant or in environment carbon dioxide is needed, not. But nowadays carbon dioxide having excess amount of carbon dioxide, that is different thing that causes global warming, all these things, that is different thing, but carbon dioxide is not a pollutant gas. So there are different types of combustion where you can just burn out the gaseous pollutants. Let's see. First, it's called flare combustion. Flare combustion is if there is a stack. This is a stack of chimney where the gaseous pollutants are released to the environment in the factory. So what happened? This gaseous pollutant released. So we have to install here a burner. So the gas before releasing the air atmosphere, what happened? This gas can be burned out and only CO2 are released. The exhaust gas are organic in nature. If the organic in nature, then combustion like flare combustion or furnace catalytic combustion are used. That means at the top of the stack, what happen? You just combustion means just burn out that gases and release the only carbon dioxide gases. If there is a CH4 is there is a C2H5 is there, means there is a some hydrocarbon are present that can be borne out, but this sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, it cannot be controlled. Proper oxygen and temperature, time and turbulence are the necessary for combustion. For the burning, what is the necessary? Oxygen is necessary and proper time for burning is necessary. There are different methods. Types of flare combustion. First we call incinerator and next we call afterburner. Incinerator, what is incinerator? Incinerator is one closed chamber. This closed chamber where the outlet of the chimney is used here and the gases are collected here, and here you can supply oxygen and supply what happened? What is supply? The heat supply. So here the in this box there is complete combustion takes place and the complete carbon dioxide is released to the atmosphere. What is afterburner? Is used to complete combustion of incinerator gas, effluent gas. If there is some, if in incinerator is there are not sufficient amount of the combustion takes place, then afterburner or open burner can be used. There are different types of combustion. One is called catalytic combustion. This is used for gaseous or combustible and below flammable range. That means catalytic combustion means you have to use some catalytic and to control the temperature, control the pressure, and or mainly different types of gases that can be present for the complete burning of the gases. What is the uh, disadvantages? Is having higher initial cost, and there is specified furnaces are required, and for control the methyl propane, all different thing, hydrogen, all, because the dirty gas which cannot contain only hydrocarbon, it contains all different gases. For the that purpose, there is specified furnace are required to combust मतलब बर्निंग के लिए। नेक्स्ट इज कॉल्ड फ्यूगिटिव emission. uh, Fugitive emission. What is the fugitive emission? Fugitive emission is the emission where the what happened is the emission pollutants enter the outside environment without any primary exhaust system. Means if there is a some falling of the material, when the main mostly example is small example is that if the dumper which can be you collect some mud or water or some having sand, when it dumps to the outside, what happens, just small amount of dust can be released to the atmosphere, where you cannot just collect the dust at that places. So this is called fugitive emission, means small uncontrolled emission that having not a specified sources, or if the sources having there is not a exhaust system is there, that is called fugitive. If the running belt is there and the spillage is there, so that is called fugitive emission. To control that, there are different methods are there. We have to discuss in the next class what is fugitive emission, what are the different uh, purpose of that, how it can be controlled. Next class we have to complete this. Today, have you any doubt regarding the gaseous combustion and the wet method? What is the dry method? Okay, okay. So tomorrow there is a class, na? Tomorrow 8:15. Okay, you will join, and just we have to complete this total air pollution control system tomorrow. And Thursday I kept one means internal exam like in 40 mark MCQ type of questions. Uh, is it okay for you Thursday, or have we keep in another next some days? It's a Thursday, huh, okay. Thursday, fine. And then Thursday, 8 p.m. We have to keep that MCQ questions there for your internal mark. And have you got your external means the timetable for the end? मिला ना? हाँ, ये कब है आपका ये? मैं देखा नहीं एक्चुअली थर्ड सेम ये फिफ्थ सेम का। अच्छा, अच्छा, अच्छा। ठीक है, तो आप यहाँ पे आना पड़ेगा ना आपको एग्जाम देने के लिए? कैसे करेंगे आप? अच्छा। हाँ, हाँ, हाँ। ठीक है, देखिए आ सक हाँ, मैं थर्सडे को अपलोड करूँगा। अभी मैं क्वेश्चन बना रहा हूँ। थर्सडे को जो जो हमने पढ़ा है ना शुरुआत से, उससे ही क्वेश्चन आएगा। तो 40 मार्क का ये एमसीक्यू होगा, उस पे आपका इंटरनल एग्जाम का 20 मार्क ऐड होगा आपका मेन इसमें। इसमें जितना भी आएगा लाएंगे उसका हाफ मीन्स 20 मार्क्स का। ठीक है, तो आप थोड़ा रिवीजन कीजिए, फिर नेक्स्ट मिलते हैं कल। ओके, गुड नाइट।